Welcome to Distraction Approved. I'm Chris,
I'm Mitch.
and today's distraction is Huji Cam.
Ta-da!
The photo app on iOS and Android. It is made by Manhole Inc. Manhole. Yes.
Manhole.
And the point of the app is it's a camera app, and it is meant to simulate using an old school disposable camera from, say, 1998. They're big about the year 1998 for some reason.
Probably the year most of you guys were born that are watching this.
True. Very true. So anyway, we decided we'd try out the app for a couple weeks, take a bunch of photos and see how they come out. And so basically, to replicate what these photos look like on a disposable camera, the app itself adds random lighting effects and also has quality settings that are either okay or low quality. Like you want to go lower quality, the better with this sort
Yeah, you
of
definitely
thing.
want to get the real feel of the disposable camera, which is with the low quality. And recently they just put in where it was $1.
It's an in-app purchase of $1.
And you can import your pictures to get that old portrait or the old disposable camera feel, which would be really great if you have a newer iPhone. You could throw in something that you've taken in portrait mode, so you get that like shallow depth of field look. But you to incorporate that and mix that up with some Huji filters and some of that fuzz and random light effects and red and gold streaks.
So that's one thing to mention is it is all random. Like, you don't have control over what they look like.
I think when we haven't bought it with the $1 yet, but I think
have more controls
with the when you buy it, you can be like, hey, let me put this like streak here, or
I don't even know if it's that intensive.
Or at least you can put like how you want. You want some dirt and some dust on there. Here you go. Here's a dusty filter. Here's a light streak.
Either way, the in-app purchase does allow for a little bit more editability within the app. But in some regards, with this sort of thing, you want it to just go through this app and do its random thing. That's kind of the appeal of the app, is to get that feel of...
Total randomization. Everything's kind of like a Russian roulette of effects. It's kind of fun.
And you press the button and it says developing film. So it's like, it's funny that that's how it shows you it's taking the picture, like it's developing film.
And you could change the date on there too.
Oh yeah,
have a little red date on the corner.
The date stamp, nice little feature. So you can change that to the actual date. All of them default to 1998 again.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's a great app. It definitely adds a distinct look to the photos that you're taking with it. That really does feel like that's what the disposable camera like images would look like when you get them developed.
And when you put the actual or load the actual app on your phone, you have to kind of cover where the eye piece would be for it to open up and take it like a regular iPhone camera.
Yeah, as you'll see in some of the video and of the app itself behind us, you can kind of get an idea. This is kind of what a disposable camera looked like. Like, they really went out of their way to make the interface.
I know they had to go through some archives and some archaeological digs to find any disposable cameras left. Dive past the old ladies at Walgreens.
And they probably had to like dig past like the old ET Nintendo cartridges in the dump to find these too.
ET dump.
Anyway,
cut that out.
If you want to pay the $1 for the in-app purchase, again, you can import photos. So you could go into one of your more fancy camera apps or even the regular plain old iOS camera and take a lot higher quality photo and then import it in and give yourself a little bit more leeway in how the photo looks if you want to have some of the lighting effects without necessarily having a crappier looking photo of sorts. But to me, I think after I messed around with it for a while, I took some photos and then I brought it into other apps and like Instagram just to edit the
brighten
colors
it up,
and
because
brighten
it really does shoot kind of dark, like actually more of a fancier one, because being doing film photography in school is what I used to do, and Usually these disposable cameras are like 400 ISO, which is just the amount of light needed to hit the emulsion on the film and create like a picture. It's like darkness and light. And the lower the number, the essentially it'd be like how tighter the pixels are, but you don't really have pixels on film, but that's kind of what you can kind of compare it to.
Okay.
And like you would need...
So like a higher quality photo that you get in the iOS app would be a lower number or a higher number?
A lower number because... So like let's say you're in a really dark room. You want a higher ISO. So you want 4, 6, 8...
And that'll
even
brighten
1200,
it up.
but you'll get a more fuzzy, grainy picture.
Oh, okay.
But this one, it's weird how you mix the digital content with something like film like this, or at least you're programming this to look like film, so you're getting a generally darker picture. Though if you're going with a low res to get that classic feel, you're gonna get some more grainy photos. But even if you choose the fine option, or the higher resolution, you're still going to be a little darker than when you would use your regular camera or similar regular camera photo apps. So, I mean, taking it in and lightening it up also...
even in the
iOS,
in the Photos app, you can go in and edit the settings pretty easily once you save it to your camera roll. And it does give you a lot of good options to be able to make it a little prettier if it's a little too low quality. But overall, I think that's kind of the appeal, is that you want the low-quality photo that really feels like a disposable camera. And this app, overall, I think does a great job at getting to that. So
I would agree. I mean, that's the only thing my only beef with this app would be is, like, I wish there was an option to change, and essentially it would be a light setting in the app compared to, or really want to make it be like, oh, so let me choose the 200 ISO setting or the 400, the 600, and then make the low quality become a little more pixelated, a little more grainy. The higher you go in ISO,
right,
instead of just high or low.
But then it wouldn't be like a real disposable camera. Disposable cameras
That's
never
true.
came with that ISO setting.
I know, but
I think either way,
future's
that's a good suggestion. Manhole, who created this good app, I think I could say distraction approved, right?
Distraction approved.
Distraction approved. So
the manhole is distraction approved.
The manhole.
Manhole Inc., you are distraction approved.
With the Huji Cam.
The Huji Cam.
Go check it out. If you like some old looking photos, it's definitely worth a try.
Yep, you'll get a lot of Tumblr retumbles. I don't know how that works.
Go get those tumbles.
Get the tumbles. All the tumbles.
All right, well, for Distraction Approved, I'm Chris.
I'm Mitch.
Thanks for watching, and please stay tuned to watch, and we'll have more apps and games and things like that coming soon.
Word. Thank God you can edit.
As a photo app for what it's meant to do, I think it really accomplishes that. And you can always, if you want to pay the extra $1 to be able to import your photos, you can take a better photo using the iOS app, a higher quality photo, and import it in.
Sorry. We can edit this out. All right, let's try that again. Take 2. What were we saying?
So you could pay the $1 and be able to import your photos, and you could use the iOS.
I can't. Hold on. Oh, I got the giggles from fucking E.T. Dump.
Why is it everything we talk about eventually leads back to some kind of talk about poop or dumps? Anyway.
Used to being in our fucking 30s.